Look closely at this map of southern Africa at the close of the 19th century. It is a patchwork of territories, a visual story of ambition and division. The British Empire controlled the coastal regions, the Cape Colony and Natal. Deep in the interior were two independent republics, the Transvaal and the Orange Free State. These were the homelands of the Boers, descendants of Dutch settlers, pastoral, deeply religious, fiercely independent. In 1886, the world's largest gold deposits were found in the Transvaal, transforming Johannesburg overnight. Thousands of Uitlanders, mostly British, flooded in. London power brokers saw opportunity in a land rich in diamonds and gold. Demands and troop movements heightened tension. The Transvaal issued an ultimatum. Britain refused. On October 11, 1899, the war began. When the war began, the world expected a swift and decisive British victory. The Boers were a small force of citizen soldiers, farmers with their own horses and rifles. They knew the land, rode hard, and shot straight. In October 1899, they struck first, launching a three-pronged offensive into Natal and the Cape Colony. Highly mobile and well-hidden, their Mauser rifles outranged British Lee Metfords with devastating effect. The Boers besieged key garrisons Kimberley, Mafeking and Ladysmith, tying down British forces for months. Inside, soldiers and civilians endured shelling, hunger and disease. The British stalemate shocked the public and shattered the illusion of easy victory. As 1899 closed, Britain dispatched a massive army to relieve the sieges and crush the republics. Its commander, General Sir Redvers Buller, a decorated veteran, faced his hardest test. Slow, exposed columns met modern rifles and mobile tactics. In December's Black Week at Stormberg, misled troops blundered into ambush and retreated in disorder. At Magersfontein, Boer trenches at the hill base shattered a dawn attack by the Highland Brigade. At Colenso, Louis Botha's concealed defences wrecked Buller's plan. Artillery was lost and infantry pinned. Public outrage followed. Buller was sidelined. Lord Roberts took command, with Lord Kitchener as Chief of Staff. Britain mobilised vast reinforcements. Complacency ended. This was now a war to win at any cost. The arrival of Lord Roberts and Lord Kitchener in early 1900 changed everything. Roberts would outflank Boer lines, not batter them head-on. A massive cavalry swing bypassed Magersfontein. On February 15, 1900, Kimberley was relieved. Roberts pressed hard, cornering Cronje's wagon lager at Paardeberg on the Modder River. A bloody assault failed. 10 days of bombardment followed. On February 27th, Cronje surrendered with some 4,000 men. Roberts advanced rapidly. Bloemfontein fell in March, Pretoria in June. With conventional Boer armies beaten and capitals occupied, Roberts declared victory, but it was premature. The Boers melted into the veld to fight on. Just as Britain proclaimed victory, the war turned brutal and irregular. The Boers formed mobile commandos under De Wet, Botha and De la Rey. Masters of hills, valleys, fords and hidden paths, they hit and vanished. They struck the lifelines, railways, bridges, supply trains, seizing ammo, food and horses. Isolated posts were raided, patrols bled strength. The occupying army struggled to adapt. Kitchener realized he must deny support rather than chase shadows. He built a vast grid of blockhouses linked by barbed wire, caging the countryside for sweeping columns. Slow, costly and laborious, but it tightened the noose. The second part of Kitchener's strategy would stain the war's memory. Farms fed, sheltered and mounted the commandos and kept their morale alive. British columns burned homesteads, ruined harvests and removed or killed livestock. Tens of thousands of civilians, mostly women and children, were rounded up for camps of concentration. Poorly planned and sited, the camps were overcrowded, unsanitary and underfed. Disease, measles, typhoid, dysentery ravaged the camps. Medical care was overwhelmed. Over 26,000 women and children died. Emily Hobhouse's reports ignited a political scandal. The policy crippled Boer resistance and deepened bitterness that would long endure. By spring 1902, commandos were few and exhausted. Britain bled treasure and patience. Delegates met at Vereeniging. Some urged fight to the end, others argued survival of the Volk. On May 31, 1902, the Boers laid down arms and accepted King Edward VII. Britain promised amnesty and funds to rebuild. Self-government followed, culminating in the 1910 Union of South Africa. Former foes like Botha and Smuts now led a shared state. Some 22,000 British and colonial soldiers, around 7,000 Boers, and over 26,000 civilians in camps lost their lives. The war forged Afrikaner nationalism, exposed British military flaws, and challenged imperial conscience. Maps trace armies and battles. The true legacy lives in the people and the nation that rose from the ashes.